mind, every snap, every rep, everybody talking first round, same names again. Danny in the shadows, finding value in the 10. Stopwatch ticking, notebooks full of ink. Missed by the cameras, but he sees what you think you didn't see. From small schools to backups with a chance. If there's a sleeper on the board, he already made the call in advance. Danny Savage, draft guru, breaking down the board like a pro really do. Lay round legends, yeah, he's standing on the truth. Day 3, Danny turning pigs into proof. When the lights fade out and the crowd goes home, that's when the future gets quietly grown. 6th, 7th round, undrafted dreams. You connecting all the dots in between the schemes. Trades over hype, film over fame. If the league missed it, he's calling the name. Every year, gotta steal every class, got a few. When they go and show brand, Danny says, watch this dude. Danny Savage, draft guru. If it's sitting on the board, yeah, he's spinning it too. From the war room top to the launch crew. Day 3, Danny, yeah, the legends coming through. Yeah. This is Danny Savage, draft guru. Let's go. Let's get into it. This is Danny Savage, draft guru. Let's get into it.
Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, draft guru. If you like the video, subscribe, give it a like, hit the hyper button. Also, don't forget to click the notifications so you know when the champ goes live, bro. Listen, today we're going to be talking about a kid. He's a guard from Georgia Tech. Keylan Rutledge, 6'3", 340 pounds. Has over 40 starts to his credit. Let's back up a second. He originally started at Middle Tennessee State. Then he transferred to Georgia Tech in 2024. Like I said, this kid is 6'3", 340, but he looks like a straight mauler. And he is. But, yo, he's athletic. It's surprisingly sneaky athletic background. 2, plays mean, has mean intentions. 2 years, no sacks. 2024, 2025. Do I think his footwork needs improvement? Yes. Does he tend to lunge? Yes. Tries to bully everyone and beat everyone with power. You can get away with that in college. You're not going to get away with that in the NFL. You got to have a plan in the NFL. So, had a great week at the Senior Bowl, but that doesn't impress me because you had kids that had 3 months to prepare for the Senior Bowl, practices and the games. You had other kids that played a game 10 days ago, 14 days ago, before the Senior Bowl practices. Listen, he is great value. What I think, listen, unless you're one of the top echelon guards, Leone, I can't even pronounce his last name, the Penn State left guard, Oregon, unless you're one of the elite guards, the top fivers, what I think is going to hurt the rest of this guard class, the kids that are just guards, what's going to hurt them is, first of all, I've been doing this my whole life. This is probably the worst left tackle draft I have ever seen. It is what it is. So it is a very heavy right tackle draft. Now, even the best right tackles in this draft might have guard flex and might be better guards in the NFL. So, unless you're one of the top echelon guards, I think that's going to put the rest of the class down, in my opinion. Uh, I've seen some people have a third round grade on him. I think that's crazy, crazy rich. But yo, he has great size. He's mean. He has an athletic background. Uh, Charlene Evans, boom. Good afternoon. Thank you for jumping in the chat. It's just like I said, man. I think a lot, like I said, I've seen some people have this kid as a third rounder. He's a day three to me, and there's nothing wrong with that. Uh, who's a good comp? Ed Ingram played for LSU. I think that's fair, more than fair. I think he's much better than Ed Ingram, who played for LSU, guard. But like I said, a lot of people blowing him up because of his Senior Bowl week, and that doesn't do it for me. He's good, man. He's great, but it is a very, very, very good. It's a very good guard class. In my world, it's a very good right tackle class. In my world, it's a very good center class. In my world, I know I could find talent. Left tackle is a men's, but everywhere else on the offensive line, I know I can find some sick talent. So it, I don't want to shit. I'm not shitting. I'm not shitting on this kid, and I'm not saying he's the next Larry Allen either. But great. I think he's day three steal. And blue collar, lunch pail type of kid that's going to bring his, lunch pail, come to work every day, work hard, work to get better, where a lot of kids won't. I believe he was a 3-star. So he wasn't one of these 5-stars that has been sitting on an upper echelon since he was in the 8th grade with 90 offers. Listen, I'm going to put some tape in the highlight section, in the comment section, because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO for life. Charlene Evans, boom. Thank you for jumping in the chat. Amazing Creations, what's up? What's up, Danny? Well, yeah, there's only one. There'll never be another. Just my opinion. That's probably a little bit biased, but I'm going to say Larry was better than John Hannah. And John Hannah was a beast. But, if you could look at bodies, and I can, when John Hannah played that era, he was juiced out of his balls, allegedly. But if you can tell the look, John Hannah, top 2-3 guards ever to play. But John Hannah never played left tackle. John Hannah never played right tackle. Larry Allen played left tackle, left guard, right tackle. And I could be mistaken, but pretty sure he went to the Pro Bowl at 4 positions. To me, Larry Allen's a better player. But it's John Hannah. It's very tight. John Hannah's number 2. Look up Larry Allen chasing down interception. Darian Connor. It was a Monday Night Football game. That everyone talked about with the DJ Metcalf a couple years ago, interception chase down. I'm like, hold my beer. I don't drink beer. But I'm like, look up that. That is way more. Watching a 340-pound offensive lineman who caught a linebacker who had a 15-yard head start on him, watching a guard chase him down the field and catch him, much, much more impressive than DK Metcalf, who great athlete, but one's a wide receiver, the other one's a 340-pound guard in his second year. That was much more impressive. They said Aaron Donald. Yeah, listen, bro, Amazing Creations. Whoever says that, man, is comical, bro. Larry Allen would have made Aaron Donald cry. Larry Allen would have made Aaron Donald buy him a bottle of Louis XV. Was Aaron Donald great? Yes. But you know what I love? And these are all the young cats, because these young cats don't think football existed before they were born. Perfect example. Aaron Donald is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Name me one great Great. I'm saying great. Great. I might even be wrong. World's worst fucking speller in the world. But I can remember something from 30 years ago. Now, name me one great guard Aaron Donald won against on a daily basis. Get back to me with that one. Now, you can look at Aaron Donald's sacks. Aaron Donald's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Go check out Aaron Donald's sacks versus Chicago Bears Steve McMichael's sacks. I think Aaron Donald had like 10 to 15 more sacks, yet Steve Mongo played in an era where it was a running league. Mongo played also like, but the thing about Mongo is he also was a full horseman. But besides that, Mongo waited 35 years to get into the Hall of Fame. So one guy's waiting 35 years. Aaron Donald, first ballot Hall of Famer. Joe Klecko, defensive tackle, Jets, all pro, 3 different positions. He waited 35 plus years. I love all the Philadelphia fans. Where are you, man? Why aren't you fighting for Jerome Brown to be in the Hall of Fame, bro? Don't get me started. The WWE Hall of Fame is more. Yeah. Bill Belichick won 8 Super Bowls. He won what? 2 as a defensive coordinator with the Giants, 6 with the Patriots. So that's 8. Went to 2 more and lost. So the dude went to 10 Super Bowls, but he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. But yet Horseface's his brother, they think Kelsey is a first ballot Hall of Famer as a center. I ain't no Chicago Bears fan, but compare Chicago Bears Olin Kreutz to Kelsey at center. Olin Kreutz ain't in it. Don't get me started with the NFL Hall of Fame because they're straight up legends that are out there. And when a guy that's gone to 10 Super Bowls and won 8 is not a first ballot Hall of Fame, I know a lot of guys are boycotting this year, is when I stopped watching the Hall of Fame. It's nothing but a popularity contest. And there's so many forgotten old warriors out there. And that really pisses me off. Perfect example. Oh, yeah. I mean, not Cowboys. Bruce Matthews was crazy legit. And he played like 20 years, man. 20 years. Charlene Evans, well, you should start your own channel, man. You know more football than half these podcasters. But Bruce Matthews also had a brother, played linebacker for the Cleveland Browns for like 20 years. Then one of them had their sons was Clay Matthews, who played for Green Bay and the Rams. Those dudes got sick genes, but Bruce Matthews, he was a beast, and he played like 20 years, bro. Think about it. Imagine playing like 20 years as a guard in the NFL. Jesus Christ. And so did his brother. Can't beat you now. Hard work can only take you so far. You can't win, Rock. But you can't beat genetics. That's what I'm going to say, man. I mean, come on, man. Hall of Fame, I don't even watch. But when a guy could be a guy can win 8 Super Bowls and not be a first ballot Hall of Famer, they say, oh, Deflategate, Spygate. Well, then if that's the case, you got to penalize Tom Brady. He was suspended, I believe, 5 games. So I guess he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer either. And then people will say, oh, well, if it wasn't for Brady, Belichick wouldn't have had that Super Bowl. But Belichick was taking Penn State lacrosse players, putting them at wide receivers. For anyone that says that, I tell them, name me all these great Patriot wide receivers. And you can't say Randy Moss, who's only there for 1 year and they lost. He might have been there for more than one, but they lost. The great wide receivers. What? Amendola, Eric Decker, who was a quarterback in college. Bill Belichick put him to wide receiver. Wes Welker, who the New England Patriots traded a second-round pick to the Miami Dolphins in their own division. You know, like, he had the one kid, I can't remember his name, that was playing wide receiver and corner. I think it was a little bit of both of them. To say it was Tom Brady only is a slap. You had Teddy Bruschi, you had Mike Vrabel, you had Vince Wilfork, you had a lot of dudes, man, on that defense. Gronk. So don't even get me started, man. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right, listen, give me a couple. I'm going to drop this kid's tape in the comment section. Troy Brown, there you go. He was a wide receiver playing DB. So I think it was both. I'm not even going to watch the Hall of Fame. The other day, the Pro Bowl, they were fucking running around and playing flag football. I'm good. I'd rather watch college. Amazing Creations, thank you for jumping in the chat. Charlene Evans, thank you for jumping in the chat. Keylan Rutledge's tape is going to be in the highlight section. Because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO for life, give me a few minutes and I'll be coming out with 408. If you're out there, play that number tonight. If it hits, give me 10%.